Okay, finally, we're down to our next to last hand, hand number 9, and we have same hand over here by Old Westy. It's the 15-pointer with a 4-4, 3-2, 4-4 in the black suits, and a queen jack tight in diamonds. So while it's 15, I don't believe it should open one no trump. Instead, it's opening one club. To the north hand, now we have a 5, 4, 3, 1, and north with 5 diamonds. Ace 5 times. In spades are, once again, good old king, queen, third, touching honors. A jack 10, 8 spot 4 times in clubs, so same honors but not 5. And this time a singleton heart, okay. And to Easty has a 5, 3, 3, 2. 8, 7, 6, 5 times in spades. 10 doubleton in diamonds. Queen 7, third in clubs. And a queen 8, 7 in hearts. No bid, it will be a pass. Okay, over to the south hand. Well, we have a 6, 4, 2, 1. We like shapely hands, and this is it. King, jack, 10, 9, 6 times in hearts, ace, doubleton, clubs, king, 9, 8, 6 in diamonds, and a singleton, 5 of spades. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, but we never let that slow us down because we take a look at our semi-self-sustaining suits and then use losing trick count. In hearts, we have 6 long and 3 honors, not the best 3, but not the worst. So, okay, that's a 9, 6 and 3 is 9, semi-self-sustaining. We count losing trick count. We have 1 loser in spades, 2 losers in diamonds. We're going to count the top 3, recall, we got 1 honor. And we have 1 in clubs, brings us up to 4. And maybe 1 to 2 in hearts. And when we have 5 to 6, we do a jump. They started with the club. We go 3 hearts. We're begging to play in 4 hearts if our partner has a couple cover cards. And going back to north, well, they certainly have a lot of primary honors. They have the ace of diamonds and the king, queen of spades is good for 1. Ace is probably going to be held by West because East didn't make a call. It's unlikely they have the ace. So, yeah, and they have the 4 clubs there in righty West club suit. So they elect to bid 3 no trump. I.e., weren't we looking for 4 hearts? Remember when it's in the majors, it's not looking for no trump. Well, let's see how it works. Okay, they figured they must have good values up there and they have their own long running suit. We shall see. So, okay, the club lead comes out, a low club to partner's king. And we ducked it here in the north hand, trying to save entries. Procrastination, maybe. Okay, coming back with a club, present count, low from 3 to an 8, and the ace in the south hand. And this is not going to be so pretty in the hard suits unless we can guess a lucky finesse or something. So we'll play the king of diamonds. Okay, we see a jack fall over here. Maybe you could even spook him more by playing the queen of false card, but we don't really sure we like that. But maybe since we've got the 9-8, maybe some good things will happen. We play the 9, and sure enough, the queen and the 10 falls. That's good. So, okay, it's a 5-4-2-2. But wait, there's more. We have some transportation problems. We're now in the north hand. We want to play these last 3, but we're blocked. We've got the 8 and the 6, and there is no way around it, so we can play the 6, and then we can play the 8, and we got to get to that diamond. So hopefully that ace of spades was by West, and we can now play a spade back to get to that last diamond. To which we do, and it does hold. They don't go up with the ace, fine. The queen wins, so we can get that last diamond. Thank you very much. Okay, but where are we going to go next? I guess we can try a heart and see if we can get a heart trick, but no, that didn't happen. Okay, so it looks like they're in, aren't they? The ace of spades, the jack of spades to the king over in the declare north hand. But when they come back with a club, that is about it. So 8 tricks is all they made, down 1. And let's look at that. Well, we said this was a 5 or 6 losing trick count, but that was assuming that hearts was trump. Not so very fine when our partner pulled it to 3 no trump. Let's take a look and see how we do in 4 hearts with the same hand. Okay, and so our 10th and final hand, we're going to try a little bit different auction. That was one club. And some of you may want to actually overcall one diamond. Maybe it has ace 5 times in diamonds. I suppose it does have some lead direction. There are some values here. Okay, anyway, let's say it's a pass, and over by the east hand, sure, it's a pass. 2 queens, queen third in the rounded suits, and 5 spades to the 8. To the south hand, you recall that was a jump to 3 hearts with 5 to 6 losing trick counts, assuming we are playing in hearts. A pass, and partner this time cooperates and goes 4 hearts. Thank you very much. And the opening lead, I suppose, will be a diamond. We'll take a look at an alternate lead here in a moment. So a queen from Queen Jack, and we win it with the king. We see that we have a 5-4, and they're leading the suit. This is kind of spooky. We want to pull trump right away, but I suppose we'll play a spade up to the king queen. Should be the aces over by the west hand, don't you think? Because east doesn't have 6 points. Unlikely they have the ace. So okay, we'll go ahead and play a spade, and they duck it. We win it with the king. Great. We don't lose any tricks at all in spades now. And we can go ahead and play that heart. Heart to the king. I think it should have been a heart to the jack. Once again, I don't expect aces in the east hand, so I think to the jack would have been better. Turns out it doesn't matter this time. Okay. The ace is won by the west hand. I don't know, I suppose either heart or a diamond, so they play another diamond, won by the ace, and east, you should have played high-low just to help your partner give count signals. At any rate, north-south, you know that you have a 5-4 and it's 2-2, so they're not going to be playing another diamond. You don't have to worry about anybody roughing that suit because you've got the only remaining diamonds. Okay, so we want to start pulling some trump. One round's been played. We were 6-1, so they're either 3-3 or 4-2. We hope they're not going to be worse than that anyway. So we go ahead and play a club up to the ace. They do not cover, and right, you normally play the last of touching honors, and this was the first of touching honors in the dummy, so don't cover the first time. Anyway, south goes up with the ace, fine. They play a jack of hearts. Even if it's 4-2 with a nice running suit, you don't have to worry about if it's not a 3-3, 36% chance, instead it's the 4-2. So we play another, they both follow, that's fine. They win with the queen over in the east hand. And I suppose they get looking at that club suit, a 7 to the king and a club back to the queen, but we rough in. We play the last 2 hearts if we need to, but they both fall, and the diamonds are good, so making 4 hearts. Okay, but let's take a look at that other variation and see where there might be able to be an opportunity for them to defeat it. So on this last scenario, what would you lead if it wasn't going to be the diamond? Do you have any other thoughts on what might be the killing lead? How about a club? Do you want to go with a club? Do you think a heart or a spade? Okay, well, it turns out that it could be either a club or the top heart. Unlikely to play the ace of hearts. You might catch your partner with the singleton king. But all right, let's try the club lead. So the opening lead is a small club, and it goes to partner's queen. They're not real happy that it lost to the ace in the south, but sometimes you have to split honors. You'd like when you have the ace and king in one hand, but if it's with your partner, it helps to develop a trick. Good, because we know that, as we can see, there's 5 diamonds in the dummy to the ace, so this queen jack are kind of, it smells trouble, doesn't it? All right, so as declare, well, we'd like to go ahead and start pulling that trump. I guess we'll try the low spade trick again and see if we can let that float by. And this time it'll make a difference. You will have to go up with the ace. So, okay, you've won one trick. You should have another one for the king of clubs, shouldn't you? And you have one for the ace of hearts. So if your partner can get you with a trick, like the queen of hearts, you're home free. And here we go. So we go ahead and play the ace of hearts. Fortunately, it didn't fall singleton king by your partner. And we play a top club. Follow again. Partner, east, will you come up with a trick for us? Yes, they're going to. We can go ahead and play a queen of diamonds. They win with the king. They play the king, but it doesn't fall the queen. Instead, it played low, and then the queen won the fourth trick. So these are some pretty doggone good defenders, aren't they? Maybe it's time to head for another table if they're this good. Or maybe split them up. You can learn something from them by partnering with them. Any rate, I think the auction was still probably pretty sound. It just was a bad luck of the cards, is the way it turned out, and some very clever defenders. Okay, bridge friends, that completes our show for today. We covered quite a bit of material, didn't we? We had a lot of different hands, and as you recall, we were taking a look at 3-level jump bid in the pass-out seat, very unusual action, and it's where we have 6 losing trick count, maybe even 5-ish. And if it's in a lower ranking suit, that means the minors, then yeah, we're looking to go to 3 no trump, and we're looking for 2 or 3 cover cards from our partner. And stoppers, obviously, in their right hand suit. Your left hand suit is making the 3-level call. Okay, then we looked at this scenario where there was a 3-level in a higher ranking suit. Once again, same number of losing trick count. We saw we only had maybe 10 or 11 points with very shapely hands, 6-4-2-1 or a 7-3-2-1, something like that. And we're once again are looking for a partner to help us, but not in 3 no trump when we're in the majors. That went down quite badly if they defended well. Instead, we were looking for a 4 of that major suit with a little help, a couple cover cards, and maybe a singleton in that suit. Okay, we saw quite a bit in entries today when we were playing in no trump. That was critical. We saw where some defenders could do some good things by looking at the dummy, by on their opening leads showing count signals, and for the person in the third seat who had the opening hand, whether they could figure out what the best line of play would be. Sometimes it was to unblock on another suit. Other times it was, and then of course you had re-entries where the long diamond suit where you have queen third where you know you can get in. Sometimes throw them into that dummy where they're locked into that hand so they can no longer get back to that. Knock out the side suit entry that was in clubs. So there were actually about 9 different types of hands that we looked at where we had different types of bidding scenarios. The first one, you recall, it was where, of course, it was the pass, where we have less than 8 high card points, and even though we borrow a king from our partner, sorry, not enough, or where there's a trump stack, let's say they open a club or a diamond, and we don't have a lot else other than enough to just set them. Then it was where we made a overcall with around 8, 9-ish points up to about 15, 16 points or so. Remember, we're borrowing a virtual king from our partner, and we just make a suit bid at the 1 level. When we have more than that, then we can double and then bid a suit, the type 2 double. Normally when it's the overcall position, we have about 18 points or more, but when it happens to be where we're in the balancing seat, we're borrowing a couple points, the virtual king, if you will, from our partner. Or we can bid 1 no trump when we have less than 15 to 17, about 11 to 14, maybe 15 or 16 if you have a lot of secondary honors, because lefty, as you know, open, they must have a lot of points, because righty has less than 6. So you can bid it with less, or when you double and bid 1 no trump, you better have a pretty good hand then. You better have that a good 15 to 17, because once again, lefty is behind you. Then we had some other situations that we talked about, which is where we did at the 2 level. We talked about that in lesson number 8. And that was a situation where we have closer to an opening hand, because we're now opening at the 2 level, and when we have a 2 level, then it takes an extra trick. We may not have a fit with partner until we get to 2 no trump, and we better have 23 points as a partnership. Or it might be the situation where it's a jump to 2 level, and this is like in the 4 seat when we jump to the 2 level when there's no bids, whether it's passed by 3 people or there's a bid to our lefty. We should have about a 6 or a very good 7 losing trick count hand that presupposes we should have a pretty good suit. Normally we like a suit quality of 9, semi-self-sustaining. You might fudge a little bit in the pass-out seat and do it with a good 8. And so today we took a look at the time where we were jumping at the 3 level and lower our higher ranking suit. Oftentimes this is a lower ranking suit where we're looking to get in 3 no trump with a 6 or 5-ish losing trick count hand. And if our partner has a couple covers and a stopper in their righty suit, our lefties, that bid suit, then yes, we want to be in 3 no trump. Otherwise, I guess we just play it at 3 in the minor. If it's in a higher ranking suit, i.e. a major, then we're looking to go to 4 of that major or pass, not to play in 3 no trump as we saw. And a 2 no trump bid in the pass out seat, that is not an unusual bid. It's saying, yes, I have about 19 to 21 points and I'm interested in 3 no trump. If you've got some help, systems are on, so 3 clubs of Stayman and the transfers and so on, if you play those, still apply. And the other, the Q bid at the 3 level in the opponent's suit, that says we have a half of a stopper, and if you have the other half of a stopper, go ahead and bid 3 no trump. So if we have Queen Doubleton or Queen Third or even maybe Jack Third, hopefully it'd be Jack 10, but you know, something where if your partner has the Queen, if they break the suit, if you're 3-3 with Queens and Jacks, you're ultimately going to get a trick, and then you're going to promote your long suit because you have about a 6 losing trick count hand there also. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed all of the different parts of the balancing seat bids. We covered a lot of different things, and you might want to go through this and refresh yourself again sometime on some of the tactics on play. As you saw, there was a lot of twists and turns. So as always, thanks for coming to Bridge Hands. We appreciate your support. Have a great day playing bridge. Until we see you again, happy trails to you. Bye now.